Were you ever curious to, that kind of life?
I was. I think I was a personality that, my dad told me, this is what happened to me. It was terrible. This is why. And I thought, okay, that makes sense.
What happened to him then?
Well, even more than just his specific story, it's like he watched people the same way that, either would get into fill in the blank vice, whether it's drugs or something, and I just forget about life. It's an escape. It doesn't have to be. It's not like drugs is the ultimate escape. It's like your work could be, you work and make more money than you need and do all this stuff until you work yourself to death, and that's an escape. So he talks about people that he knew that escaped and tried to not deal with life, and they would end up usually very unhappy because they never really sat down and figured out why they're here.
Yeah, because most people when you're 16, 17, you want to find out for yourself all this.
Yeah.
Did you have something like that?
I think there was some of that in my mind that I wanted to look deeper into things and try things out. And I'm kind of like an artist. I want to experience as much as I can. And I think because of the Christian background that I had, for good and for bad, it kind of kept me from doing a lot of stuff that you think about as the things that you do. Maybe for fear and also for just being smart, that you don't have to do that stuff to be happy.
Yeah.
And
but do you think you missed stuff?
I did in some sense, but looking back, the kids that I knew that did it aren't happy still, because there's no end to it. There's no finally I drank enough to be happy. Finally I did enough. I made enough money. Nobody has enough money. You think about it, nobody does. It's you look at the richest people. A, they have the most problems. B, they have more money than God. And C, they're just not happy. They're usually divorced. The kids hate them, and they have the newest car, and they're just not happy. So I saw that early on and said, I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's not the answer.
So you were pretty wise at a young age.
I was a geek.
A geek?
Yeah, just total nerd in high school. So.
Okay. Another song, also a single here, Cable Car. I read somewhere that was about your relationship with your own brother.
Yeah, his nickname's Cable Car. He's a big soccer, rugby player, and he can beat me up pretty good. But he and I kind of, just as we grew up, he's 2 years younger than me, and we both kind of hit college, university, and we hated each other. We just weren't getting along, and we disagreed about the way that each of us was doing everything. And he was actually in this band. He was the bass player, and we were all doing it for fun, and he wasn't very good. And I asked him to leave, and it was kind of one more thing that just kind of kept building this division between the two of us. And we got in this really big fight once, and it was one of those, we're both looking at the door thinking it'd be good to just get out and stop talking and see each other at Christmas and call it that. And we both decided to stay in it and keep fighting and keep trying to work out what we did agree on and what we could connect with. And it was little, but it was enough to kind of build the relationship from there.